Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Broyans Farm. Today we're gonna start filling up our third greenhouse, which is out here at the market. The first thing I gotta do is make sure the tank is turned on. Okay, we're good there. Now I'll come inside here, and obviously there's nothing going on yet. Come to my breakers. Heat on. Then I get over here to my thermostat. Turn it up. Okay, I just started kick on. I don't know if I have to ignite the pilot or not. For some reason, this unit here is a little bit noisy when it starts. I don't know why, but it is. But I can see the blue flame up through there. Right there, you can see the flame. It's starting to quiet down a little bit now. And so basically, I'm just gonna let it run through its cycle, do its thing, make sure it's working properly. And if it is, that means we don't have to do any maintenance to it and we can just start bringing stuff out here. I backed the thermostat down to 60. There's no reason to heat this whole greenhouse for nothing. I'm just doing a test run right now. The heat's still running. It's making no noise now. I don't see any problems whatsoever. Just as long as it shuts off now, when it gets to the right temperature that the thermostat is saying, everything will be okay. The biggest reason we're doing this right now is we have our shipment of strawberries coming in today just for retail sales that we sell in a 4.5-inch pot. And we have no room for them at home. And also they don't need it to be quite as warm as the other plants do. So things like our heuchera, our daisies, our strawberry plants, maybe some grasses, I'm not sure, are gonna come out here today. That way we can have more room back home for stuff like our marigolds and zinnias and hanging baskets, all that kind of stuff. I just got back here to the farm and Frank is coming at 10, which is like in a half hour. And if you don't know who Frank is, he is one of our helpers. He's been with us now, I think this is his second or third year, I don't even remember. Great helper. He's gonna start working on the cow pasture today. We haven't had cows in our pasture for a little over a year, and it's really getting to be grown up. There's briars growing up around the wire, and then once those pieces of grass and briars, all that kind of stuff hits the wire, it grounds it out. So we were thinking about getting more cows, but we don't want to get more cows until the pasture is cleaned up around. So hopefully within the next couple days, maybe a week, I don't know how long it's going to take him, he can get this job done and then we can get cows. I got all the clippers, weed whacker, loppers, all that ready for Frank. He just showed up, but we had a little bit of a change of plans. We're going to start taking these plants out to the greenhouse out at our market, and so it'd be nice to have a couple extra hands. So right now Frank's working on planting sunflowers. He just mixed up a whole tub full of dirt. Then he filled the 6.5-inch pots. Now he's going through and potting them. He's working on real carnivals right now. 2 in a pot. I just got all the daisies and both kinds of heuchera watered and the Prince Tuts down here. All this stuff can take the cold a lot better. So now me and Frank are gonna start loading it up, taking it out and loading it on the van. So we got almost 2 lots moved out, the purple and the pink. Now we're gonna move on to the daisies.
Perfect. Look at that.
Yeah. I don't think we'll get the daisies on, but we can get a bunch of them on anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks cool though.
Yeah,
Purple, pink, and then this will be green.
Nice and uniform.
Yeah. So all that stuff was loaded up on the L van, ready to head out to the market. Me and Mom are gonna go out later on and drop that stuff off. She just has certain spots where she likes to put stuff and to organize it. So now me and Frank just got down here to the cow pasture and he's up there getting the weed whacker ready and his clippers and whatever. And so he's gonna go down these 3 sides for today, or whatever he can get done. But the first thing he's gonna get done is these 3 sides, because the lower side is really, really bad with huge tree stumps, big briars, and it's gonna take a lot of time. So for today, he's gonna be handling this, which isn't so bad, but there is still some briar bushes that are gonna take a little while to get cut down. And that's stuff like this right here. Probably an inch in diameter, and there's 8 or 9 or 10 big stems coming off of that. And so once he gets that cut down, he's gonna put a ring of spray paint around it. That way we can come in and tore down the stumps. That way they never go back again. The spots in between these briar bushes aren't so bad. That can be done in 5 or 10 minutes with a weed whacker, but then you get to another big briar bush like this one. And so it's gonna take some time. I told him not to kill himself, just work at a decent pace, and whatever he gets done, he gets done. I think the duck's hungry.
I think I'll be all right without those.
Need help carrying anything?
No, I think I got it. Let me carry it like that.
All right.
There we go.
All right, sounds good. Then I'll see you later.
All right, bud.
We have fuel leaking out of our tank in the International. So Dad's getting everything cleaned up. That way we can start working on it, hopefully get that fixed before summer. And it needed a bath anyway.
So why there's fuel all the way up here running down? That's beyond me.
We're only a couple weeks away before we need to start working on the lower high tunnel. Right now, as you can see, we have the plastic off of it. And that's because the plastic has been on it for so many years. It was so bone dry and it needed to be replaced. But we thought, let's leave it off, let it get water in here, let the ground soak up some of that moisture before we put the new plastic on. But now it's getting to be time where it needs to get on. But there's a couple boards that need replacing on it. Me and Sammy went to Home Depot last night, got them boards, and now today, hopefully, or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna get to working on this. You can just see like the header board above the door is rotten, and there's a couple boards along the side here that need replaced. All this stuff's really minor, but hopefully it'll make it a lot more sturdy. This board down here is probably the worst. Not much left to it. Right, Daisy?
That's right, Dad.
Frank just left. He said he got this whole side done. So that leaves only 3 sides left to go. And it looks beautiful. There's nothing touching the fence now. So just like I wanted him to do, he cut all these big woody briars and locusts, whatever it was, down. And so now what we're gonna do is maybe trim it a little bit lower just so we don't pop a tire on it. And then what we'll do is tore down it. That way they don't grow back again. He's got a circle there, there, and one right there. He's got a couple more here, but this stuff's pretty small. I think that won't have to be done. But wow, you can actually see the fence posts again. Right here is where these big briar bushes were. There was one here and one right here. And so yeah, I think we'll cut it down a little further, but he really did a nice job. While I'm over here, I might as well show you the garlic. Birds are still scratching in it. It's very satisfying seeing everything so perfect. It almost looks like the stand is just about 100%. And right here, I think, yeah, this row right here, from the end all the way to this flag right here, I put a rock pile. And this was all of these little tiny slivers that when we were breaking the garlic apart to plant, we were like, will it grow, won't it grow, should we get rid of it, should we keep it? And so I thought, I'm gonna keep a bunch and then we'll plant it and see if it grows the same size, if it doesn't grow at all. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's doing just as good as the rest of the field. Now, whether they come and grow to the right size, we're gonna find out. But as of now, they're all coming up perfectly. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so I can show more people what we do and how we do it. Mom and I got that first load unloaded at the farm market of the heuchera and daisies. We have more to take out, but me and Dad and Sammy now have to head down to hometown. That's where we sell our flowers at. Well, one of the markets anyway. So we need to reserve our spot. So the other load we were supposed to take out will be a job for tomorrow. Here we are the next day. Dad's uncovering the seedlings. Let's go see how he's making out. You can see all the condensation underneath there. Yeah, it looks like they're really coming up now.
Now they're coming.
The reason we cover these seedlings at night with this plastic is to keep that heat and condensation, that warm air inside of there. And as you can see, it's working really well. All that condensation's forming, they're nice and wet, and they're germinating really fast now. Once they get to be this big, you don't really want to cover them no more, because actually that wet condensation with the plastic will grab a hold of them and it'll pull them up out once you lift that plastic off. Probably about time for the eggplant to come out.
Yeah. Mom said she thought so too. Had to probe it though.
The chives are really coming up now. We did get our strawberries late last night. Here they are. They're just a bare root. This is exactly what we plant in our fields. Now this year, we got something a little bit different, but you'll have to see what it looks like when they come in. The thing with strawberries is that, especially when doing the bare root, you want to make sure the roots are completely straight. That way they have the best chance of growing correctly. If not, and the roots grow sideways, the plant might not get established correct. And so what we'll usually do is we'll cut the roots off to about between 4 and 6 inches. And then when we're planting them in these pots, we'll plant them about all the way to the bottom with the roots. And then we'll just put this crown, which is right there where the bulb of the top of the plant starts. And that'll just sit right at the top of the dirt with the rest of it sitting above the dirt. And all this will be down below. And if you're really interested in seeing how we do it from beginning to end, you'll have to watch the next video, because that's not gonna be in this one. Pap just got here. He's gonna be working on peppers. And so Mom told me to come over to the shed and get the tags, which I'm pretty excited about with this new shelf. I think she said we need hot pepper and sweet pepper tags. So if everything's in alphabetical order, C, F, G, H, pepper, oh, pepper bell, pepper hot, pepper sweet, right there. These ones are really full. Okay, here we go. Good morning, Frank.
I guess you got everything.
It looks really good on that side.
Yeah, he did check it out.
Good. You like it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
I got thorns everywhere though.
Well,
Hey, you gotta do
I was gonna say I can try and give you a thicker pair of gloves.
Nah, I think I'll be a lot better on this side.
Okay. Yeah.
I might not be as quick.
And you know where all the equipment is now, so.
Oh yeah, I put everything away. Thank God I did, because it snowed last night.
Yeah, that was crazy with that storm and the wind and whatever was going on.
Oh yeah.
Here's Pap. Right now he's working on, what are you working on right now?
Red cherry hot.
Red cherry hot. And right here's the tags. There's your tags. These were already planted once before, but we had a bunch of small ones, so we just passed them up. Now we're coming back through the second time. Now whatever's left, we're not gonna worry about, we'll just throw these away. Sometimes if I use seed that's old, the germination isn't even about half as good as it's supposed to be, which might have been the case there, because now I planted new ones and they're coming up about 90 to 95%. Right here is actually a really good example. Here's sweet banana with the 2023 seed. You can see, like I said, about 90 to 95%. And then this is the older seed right here. And it's, like I said, about half as good. So that's what I'm calling it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.